Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a 338 Magnum. That is an absolute stomper. That doesn't have a belt, that matches 338 Lapua performance, and in a lot of ways is a bit overlooked. We're going to look at the 338 Remington Ultra Magnum. Let's first talk a little history about the 338 Remington Ultra Magnum. It was first announced in 1999. Around the same time the 300 Remington Ultra Mag came out. It was released in 2000, and it is based off the 300 Remington Ultra Magnum, which according to Remington is loosely based off the 404 Jeffrey case. Now I'm not going to go into details why I say it's loosely based, but we'll just say the case dimensions don't match the 404 Jeffrey case identically. But anyway, the 338 Remington Ultra Mag is a little bit different than the 300 Rum. Let me show you. The 300 Remington Ultra Mag is on the left and the 338 Rum is on the right. So the case is almost identical, with exception to that the 300 Rum is a little bit longer, and obviously the neck is smaller at 308 instead of 338. And so there is a little bit more case capacity in the 300 Remington Ultra Mag. Now power-wise, where does the 338 Remington Ultra Mag fit? Well, with that huge case, it's a hair faster than a 340 Weatherby mag, and in some instances it's faster than a 338 Lapua. Really depends on the bullet weight, at least in the Nosler book. So let me just show you. They say you can get almost 3,000 feet per second with a 250 grain bullet. And when we switch over to the 338 Lapua in a 250 grain bullet, it's getting just a little over 2,900 feet per second. So in some instances it's faster. Now that's not always the case, as I just said. If you go to bigger bullets, the 338 Lapua apparently is a little quicker. One last visual comparison. I have the most popular 338 hunting cartridge that people get on the left is the 338 Winchester Magnum. And that is, of course, belted. It's based off the 375 H&H case. And as you can see, the 338 Remington Ultra Mag is quite a bit longer, and the case is a bit wider. So what kind of performance boost do you get compared to each other? Well, you're probably going to see about a 300, maybe a 300 feet per second advantage for the 338 Rum. In a lot of cases, it's like 250. But you hand loading could probably get 300 feet per second advantage. Let's just look at the ballistics. Yes, this is a 338 Win Mag. I just thought it'd be fun to compare it to kind of the standard in 338 Magnums. And hand loading with a 250 grain AccuBond, you can get 2,700 feet per second. And the book said you could probably get more. And the energy is right at 4,000 foot-pounds. Your recoil, it's a bit much at 33, so you're going to get kicked with the 338 Win Mag. Let's go ahead and take it out to traditional hunting distances, out to 400 yards. Your bullet is going 2,100 feet per second, and your energy, very respectable, 2,474 foot-pounds. It's a heavy hitter. And then the drop, only 30.5 inches. So let's look at what the 338 Rum does. With the Rum, we're going to use the exact same bullet, the 250 grain AccuBond, and I'm pretty confident you could get 3,000 feet per second. The book said 2980, 2990, but I'm pretty sure you could get 3,000. Energy is almost 5,000 foot-pounds, so almost 1,000 foot-pounds difference between a 338 Win Mag. Recoil, you're going to feel this a lot more. I would highly recommend a muzzle brake for this cartridge. Out to normal hunting distances, your bullet's going to go like 350 feet per second faster. And your energy is 3,100 foot-pounds, so about a 700 foot-pound boost. Your bullet is also going to drop only 23.7 inches compared to 30. So there is a big difference between these two. So the question that maybe a lot of you are asking, why get a 338 Remington Ultra Mag, especially when you can get a very adequate Magnum in the 338 Win Mag that costs a whole lot cheaper to get ammo? Well, I think the answer comes down to you want something a little more powerful than a 338 Win Mag. You don't want the belt that the Weatherby's have. And you want a cheaper rifle and a little bit cheaper ammo than what the 338 Lapua has to offer. So I think this is a really good cartridge for those that really want a very hard-hitting 338 Magnum. I think it's a winner, but I do also think it's kind of a niche cartridge that not a ton of people are going to want to shoot.